Alright, good deal. We're already set up. Everything should came back similar to this. Okay, no errors. Um, so let's clear this up. GCC build. On our last, we're on chapter, or section 5.10. And lastly, we ran make install. And now we have to link symbolic verbose, GCC to tools, bin, CC. Okay, done. Now we have to perform another sanity check on the toolchain. This is very important. Um, Hopefully this comes out just right. Domain.c. Just check and make sure our C compiler is working properly. Domain.c. And let's say read elf l a.out. Okay, we're gonna grep for tools. That's all screwed up. Okay. Hopefully you got output back. If you didn't get output, there's another issue. Okay, you can try GCC again, but if you didn't get it, I would try GCC one more time before that, before ripping it all apart. So let's say remove GCC build and GCC 452. Okay, that's over with. Now it's on to section 5.11, which is TCL. Okay, cd into TCL / Unix. Clear. And we have to configure it. Pretty simple. We have prefix equals tools. And here it says make. That says we can make a test, but I'm not going to run any test suites that are not mandatory. And per this, it says compilation now is complete. As discussed earlier, running test suites is not mandatory for any temporary tools in this chapter. To run it anyway, do that. So I'm not going to run any test suites. And sometimes test suites fail at this stage and give false errors. Make install. Okay. This one may not necessarily give a false error, but we don't have a whole package in place on a lot of these packages, so they'll be warning us and will fail for things that we haven't made yet, because this is only our toolchain, temporary toolchain. Okay, should only take a few seconds here. 0.5 SBUs, not even. And right around here, this is where it kind of picks up. I don't know, I guess we got about 15 packages that it's all make install, or make and do this. The configure scripts are really light. Okay, so this is the silver lining I was telling you about. Change mod for both u plus w, say tools, libtcl 8.50, 8.5. We have to say make install private headers. Okay. And lastly, we have to say link symbolic TCLSH 8.5 to tools bin TCL SH. Okay, good. Expect, we should go back up one more, and we have to remove TCL, our extracted folder, tar XVF, expect. And first thing we had to do is we have to remove, or not remove, but we have to copy the configure script over to a .orig file. Okay. We're gonna say sed s stop delimiters user local local user local bin stop bin configure .orig into configure. Check that. User local bin stop. Perfect. Now let's say configure prefix equals tools. And we're going to say with TCL equals tools lib. New line. We'll say with TCL include equals tools include. Let me check that real quick. I think I'm okay. Sometimes I get a little cross-eyed. Prefix tools TCL tools lib with TCL include tools include. Okay. And this is another test suite here that I'm not going to be running. And as it says here, after you look at make test, it says note that expects test suite is known to experience failures under certain host conditions that are not within our control. Therefore, test suites failures here are not surprising and are not considered critical. So that's okay. Make and after this is not make install, it's make scripts install. So like I said, get read ahead a little bit before we figure out scripts equals blank install. No blank equals nothing. Double quotes next to each other, okay? Okay. That's expect. Back up here, we'll say remove expect. And let's say tar xvf deja gnu. Okay. cd deja gnu. We're going to say patch dash mp1 dash I deja gnu, and we have to consolidate one patch. Okay. Run configure prefix equals tools make install is all we have to do. Make install. Okay. Onto ncurses, which by the way, that's the library I did not have on my Ubuntu 10.10 machine out of the box. That makes no sense to me. And that's one of the reasons why I could not configure my kernel to use my frame buffer screen recorder. very bizarre. Prefix equals tools with shared. And we're going to say without dash debug without ADA enable overwrite. Okay. That was ultra weird to me. I did not understand why that would happen, because I tried to compile my kernel. First warning I got was that my screen was too small, that my terminal was too small. So I made I shrank it up a little bit. And the second warning I got is that there was no Ncurses libraries, and that was off of make menu config. So I could have maybe made some other config, but I needed a menu so I could see what I was doing there, because I've never added frame buffer support before. My kernel always had it in it. Well, my Slackware kernel had it, and so did my Linux Mint kernel. And according to the books, or according to online, I mean, there's frame buffer support since like kernel before 2.0, and then they took it out at one time. So I don't know. It was really weird. It was one of those things where you were sure that some god somewhere in the universe hated the hell out of you, because that should not have happened. super pissed. But it's okay. Hopefully after this all gets done, we won't need to worry about that anymore. I have to find my cigarettes. If you don't smoke, please never, ever smoke. You'll get addicted. You sound like a truck driver. I'm gonna stay in the house and play Linux all day. Clear. Let's say there's a public service announcement. Ncurses. Brought to you by GoGo 100. Bash. Everybody's favorite shell. cd into bash. .run configure. Prefix equals tools. Without bash memory allocation. Okay. There's reasons why bash is a better shell compared to other shells, but it's like starting a fire. Vim, Vi, gedit, who? You know what I mean? It's like, who's gonna win? Vim or Emacs? Vi, Emacs, Vim, Tiny, Emacs. Elvis, Vi. Yeah, everybody's got their niche, but it's good for more than just saying it's good. There's about a bazillion other shells. Something about functionality, I don't know. I used to know. Now I just use it. It's not really imperative really to know the super details, unless I ever run across a problem where I need that type of functionality or need to study up on it. I don't just suck up data just to regurgitate it. And that stuff. Okay, so bash is done. We need to link symbolic bash tools bin sh. Done. And let's say remove bash tar XVF. We're on section 5.16, bzip. Okay, it's our bzip utility. We have to just say make, cd into our bzip, make, and make prefix equals tools install. Okay, it's done. Tar XVF core utils now. And let me get back up now. Getting pretty slick on this cheesy keyboard here. Doesn't want to type what I wanted to type. Core utils. Tar GZ. Clear. And let's say cd into core utils dot run configure prefix equals tools. I'm gonna skip a new line here. I really don't have to, but I'm gonna keep it away from the other side over there. Prefix equals tools. Let's say enable install program equals hostname. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna stick away from the test here. Should take us a couple seconds, but what's that? I think I don't know. There's a difference, I think, between intelligence and how much you actually know. I guess you got the Jeopardy smart and you got the, smart. And I don't know a lot about some of the things that Linux uses and why Bash is better or why this is better. I don't really know exactly why, but I do know what I have to do if I run into a problem where Bash may not be the right choice for certain things. That's all. That's all you gotta know. A lot of times they try to memorize all the commands to Linux and all the switches to Linux, which is completely retarded if you're never ever going to use those commands. Alright, you're going to pick your few favorite switches, and if those few favorite switches don't give you what you need, you can always go back and get a couple more switches. But for example, with the ls command, I think I'm probably wrong, but there's like 12 or 16 different type of switches that you can use with the ls command. So, it's just a list command. Alright? I mean, you can list it in reverse, forward, you can list L, there's a lot. Let's say LSL or LS. That's human readable. I'm not gonna get a man on it probably, but yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get anything out of it, but I wanted to show you there's a big thing about that where make install is done. Diff utils clear. CD backup clear. Actually no. We did CD backup, but we have to copy. Let's go back into core utils here. And we have to say copy verbose source su tools bin su tools. Okay, that's done. Okay. So I want to remove core utils, and right here is where I'm going to stop the video. Okay? So hopefully you made it this far, and I will see you very shortly.